I'm going to show you exactly how I was able to make over $80,000 in last month with CPA marketing, right? So today's video is going to be a full-on crash course about how I was able to achieve this right here. So you can see over here on my screen, it says $82,000, right? So you can see this is my cursor right here. I'm going to go ahead and just right click over here. Then I'm going to come over to where it says reload. I'm going to click on reload. Once I reload this page, we're going to wait for this page to load up. Once this is loaded up, we're going to come over to the bottom, scroll down here, and you're going to still see my money is still here, right? $82,000, $246, right? So what I want to do in this video, guys, I want to take you guys step by step on how I was able to achieve this. Hey guys, welcome to another video, Big Alpha Money here. Like the title says, this is going to be the part 2 of the full CPA marketing course that I released, right? That's the second video I released in this week or in last week. I'm not really sure, right? But if you're wondering why the video took a little bit of time to get out, it's really because I was a little bit sick, right? I felt ill and I needed to really relax and take my time to recover, right? I also had a little bit of eye strain, right? I guess you get it from looking at screens for a very long time, right? And in my line of work, I really look at screens for probably the whole day, sometimes the whole night, right? So it told me to avoid screens. I couldn't really avoid it. I still have a little bit of pain in my eye, right? I still need to rest, but I need to get this video out for you guys so you guys can actually complete the entire course, right? So we're going to jump into my laptop screen and I'm going to show you guys exactly how we're going to complete everything, right? If you are new to this video, you haven't watched the part 1, I'm going to leave the link in any one of the sides of this video right here. You can see the link on top. You want to click on that and then it's going to take you to the first video and then you can watch it so you can catch up to what is happening right here, right? So let's go, guys. So in the part 1 of the video, we talked about how you can create a course on System. I showed you guys the best funnel sites, and then this is the course that we created in the video, right? So I'm just going to go ahead and just open it up just to remind you guys we have the videos right here that we placed in our course. So our course is complete, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go back here and I'm going to come over to funnels, right? Because we also created a funnel, right? This is the 0 to 1 million subscriber course. Now this is the funnel right here that we created. We have the contact page and we have the locker, right? The locker is exactly like the contact page, except it doesn't have a form, right? So I'm just going to go ahead and just open up the funnel so I can just show you guys exactly what we did, right? For some of you guys that must have forgotten right now, right? So if I open this up, right, it's going to tell you 0 to 1 million subscriber full course. If I scroll down here, you're going to see it says this is the intro video right here, and then it says more than just entertainment, it's an experience, blah blah blah, every has blah blah blah, please complete the form below. Then we have our first name, we have our email, and then the submit button right here, right? We're going to go ahead and just change all these inconsistencies in the landing page in a few minutes, right? But if I come over here, the locker should be exactly the same thing. If I come over here, view the locker, it's going to be exactly the same thing. But the only different thing is it's going to say we couldn't verify a human. Please complete the advanced captcha below to prove you're not a bot, right? Once captcha is completed, your free course will be unlocked, right? So this is where we're going to be inputting in our content locker, right? Our content locker from our CPA website, right? So what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to go ahead and just make a few changes to the landing page, right? So I'm going to come over to edit page and I'm just going to go ahead and make this white, right? Because it seems like the background has changed. So I want it to be visible, right? So we have 0 to 1 million full course. I'm going to come over to, I'm going to scroll down here where it says more than just entertainment, it's an experience. I'm going to just go ahead and remove that. I don't want that. Just delete that, right? Where it says please click the form below. I'm gonna highlight everything and just make this white also, right? So everyone can see what it says, right? And then I'm gonna delete this text also over there, right? Now this button, I'm gonna go ahead and make the button visible. So I'm gonna scroll down over to background color. I'm gonna change this to white. And then I'm going to change that text button to black so it becomes visible. So text color is going to be, let me see if red works. Right, red doesn't work here. So I'm going to use black. Right, and then let me scroll down here. And then text color, I'm going to also leave it on black. Background color, let's leave it blank. Style, I'm going to leave it on none. Border, we don't need any border. Let me scroll up if there's any other details to correct. I don't think there's anything left. All right, so we have this setup. We have the first thing, we have the email, and then we have the submit that's going to submit their details, right? So what are we going to do now? I'm going to save these changes once again. Then I'm going to go ahead and then edit our locker, which is our content locker page. So I'm going to edit page, and then I'm just going to go ahead and do the same thing I did in the first page. I'm just going to highlight everything and then make everything white so it is noticeable and it stands out. I'm going to delete this. Don't need this. I'm going to delete this. I don't need that, right? And then I'm going to highlight everything here, make this white so it also stands out, right? So once captcha is completed, your free course will be unlocked, right? So basically it's just the same page, but we're just duplicating the page to make it look like the person is still on the same page, right? And the reason why we're doing that is we don't want to make it look like it's different, like we're taking them to another page where it's gonna just make them feel uncomfortable, right? We want to make them feel very comfortable and want to complete the locker, right? So I'm gonna come over to my Google page right here, and what I'm going to do is I'm gonna type in captcha, and I'm just type that in, and then I'm gonna also type in PNG, click on enter. Then I'm gonna come over to images. Once I come over to images, let me scroll down here if we have any image that we can use for our captcha locker. All right, so we can just basically use this one here that says I'm not a robot. Let me just right click on this, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and save this image. All right, so I'm going to click on save image as. Once I click that, I can go ahead and click on save, right? So I have my image on my laptop right now, and I can go ahead and use that image on system right here, right? So I'm going to come over to where it says image right here. I'm going to click on that. I'm going to click on select file. I have the image right here, so I'm going to click on insert. Once I click on insert, this is the image. We can go ahead and resize the image, right? So I'm going to scroll down here and then come over to where it says image size. Let's make it smaller, right? Something like this, so it looks like a real captcha locker, right? We can move this up a bit, maybe closer to the text, right? And then let's give some space between that text and the captcha locker also a bit, right? So we have text that says, we couldn't verify you're human. Please complete the advanced captcha below to prove you're not a bot. Once captcha is completed, your free course will be unlocked. This is the captcha locker right here. And then once they click on this captcha locker, they finish everything right here. They're going to be taken to our thank you page, right? So let me just go ahead and save the changes that we've made right now. What I'm going to do is we're going to add our link to our content locker right here, right? So I'm going to come over to OG ads, right? I'm using OG ads for this video. I'm going to come over to where it says tools right here, and then I'm going to come over to where it says content lockers. I'm going to use that. I'm going to click on that, and then I'm just going to go ahead and create a brand new content locker, right? So I'm going to click on that. Over here where it says name, I'm going to name this YouTube semi course, right? And then let me scroll down here where it says load method. I'll come over here where it says appear when the JavaScript function is called. We're going to click on that. And then where it says remove locker, we're going to come over here where it says redirect URL. This is where we're going to redirect our users to, right? So I'm going to come over here and click on save, right? And then I'm going to exit the page. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over to this thank you page right here, right? So let me view this thank you page. Let me click on that. It says welcome. Click below to access your free YouTube subscriber course, right? So this is the page that we're going to be redirecting them to. right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here and just copy the link to this page, right? If you're doing this, right, you want to make the background of all the pages the same, right? If you're using the background for the thank you page, you want to go ahead and use the same background for the locker page and the contact page, right? Because you want everything to seem very seamless and smooth, right? You don't want it to look like you are a novice that is creating a page like this, right? So you want everything to look professional and nice. So that is what you want to be doing, right? But for the sake of this video, right, I want to just go down and get to the main details, right? So all that fancy things, I'm going to leave it up to you, right? But you have to do all that in order to make people comfortable enough on your page, right? So I'm going to go ahead and copy my thank you page link right here. Come over to my OG ads, and I'm going to paste that right there. Click on where it says create locker, and then where it says your locker has been created successfully, I want to come over to where it says actions, come over to details. Now I have my locker right here, and what I want to do is I'm going to come over here where it says choose a domain. You can pick any of these domains right here to use for your locker. Basically, I'm just going to go ahead and just grab the link of this locker, right? So you can use the script, right? This is JavaScript. If you are using HTML to edit the page, you're going to be using this JavaScript code right here. But basically, we're just using this link right here, right? So I'm going to copy this link. Once I copy this link, you can do this for any other CPA network out there. Just create a content locker, grab the link, come over to OG ads, right? And then come over to the locker right here, and then we're going to edit our locker, right? I was going to show you another way of doing this, right? But I just decided to use this way because this is the most universal way for every other CPA network out there, right? I don't want some people to be left out. So we're going to be using this strategy, right? So come over here where it says I'm not a robot. I'm going to click on this. All right. Once I click on this, come over to where it says action when image is clicked. It's going to say open URL. What all you have to do is come over here and paste the link right there, right? So once anybody clicks on I'm not a robot, it's actually going to open a URL with your captcha locker right there, right? And then they have to complete the captcha locker. And once they complete the captcha locker, they get taken to the thank you page, which is going to look like this. Once they click on get access, it's going to take them to the CPA marketing course, right? All right, we've not done that. We're going to do that in a bit, right? But we're going to come back here, and then we're going to click on save, right? Once I click on save, I'm going to click on view, just so we can view our course, right? So it says this is preview mode, don't use this URL. 0 to 1 million subscriber full course. Scroll down here, click on this. It should take me to my thank you page. Okay, my content locker, right? This is the content locker right here. And then if they complete any of this content locker right here, they get taken to the thank you page, and that is that, right? So once you click on this, you can access the course, right? So let's go ahead and then include our course to this content locker right here, right? So I'm gonna come over to where it says thank you page right here, click on edit, and then this is the link right here. This link right here is where we're going to include our link to our course, right? So I'm going to go back, and then I'm going to come over to products, and then come over to where it says courses. I'm going to click on that, and then I want to click on this, and then I'll click on where it says share, right? And then click on copy link to clipboard, right? And then I'm going to go back to where it says funnels right here, and then come over to my funnel, come over to the thank you page, click on edit page. And once I click on edit page, I'm going to come over to where it says access the course. I'm going to come over to URL. I'm going to paste that right there, right? So once I paste that right there, I'm going to click on save, right? Once I click on save, I'm going to view this once again, just to make sure that this link to access the course is working. I'm going to click on that, and then it's going to take me to the dashboard of my course, right? So you can see it says course was not shared because you're the owner of the course, right? So I'm going to go ahead and maybe open up an incognito window, and then just paste that, and then click on enter, and then it's asking me to log in to my account, right? So if they don't have an account, they're going to go ahead and create an account. Once they create an account, you have access to the course, right? Basically, you didn't put a price on the course. Everything is free, right? So once you're done with that, we've actually completed the stage of our funnel, right? Our funnel is done. Everything is completed. We have our contact page, we have the locker page, we have the thank you page, and everything is finished, right? All you have to do is copy the link to the contact page right here, right? Just come over here, I just click on where it says grab link. Once you click on that, this link icon right here, once you click on that, now once you have everything set up, right, and you start getting traffic, you're going to come over to where it says contact. Let me go ahead and close this. Go over to where it says contact. Once I click on contacts, right, this is where you're going to see details of everyone that has actually imputed their email or their name and number, right? So whatever details you want to be collecting, that is email, number, address, whatsoever, right? This is where you're going to be seeing their details right here, right? So once you copy everything right here, you're going to have their details right here, right? Then you can email these people about certain CPA offers later on, or about the same CPA offer if you see that they have not actually converted, right? If they have not gone ahead to actually complete your locker, you can email them later on to complete your locker, right? I hope you're understanding what I'm teaching right here, right? So how do you get traffic? Before I talk about the traffic method we're going to be using in this video, this is my main account on the website, right? This is my account right here that has over 19.2 thousand content views, right? The last time I posted on this account was 2021, right? That was the only time I posted, and that is the only time I created anything on this account, right? If I'm not mistaken, right? Now this is the main account that has the name Big Alpha Money on it, right? So it's not really very consistent with posting. Now the second account that I have that is dedicated to CPA marketing, you come over here, you can see it has over 200,000 content views, right? This was created around May, right? I have a couple accounts that were created around the same time, right? Around the same year, right? I just keep them in batches, right? I'm going to show you exactly why I do that, right? I keep everything in batches. I keep everything so I don't lose them, right? Because I have a ton of accounts, right? A lot of accounts. And I'm going to show you exactly why I needed all those accounts, right? But basically, I didn't add anything to the account. There's no information on this account. Everything is blank, right? All I have is traffic, right? I'm going to come over to the next page. This is the second account, right? You can see it has over 85,000 content views around the same time. This one right here, same account. This one right here, same account type. No information added. Over 36,000 content views, right? Around the same time also, right? So now all these accounts were created on Quora, right? And if I come over to Similar Web, Quora gets over 800 million total visits every single month, right? So 810 million people are visiting Quora every single month, right? And to be honest with you, the competition on Quora is not that hectic, right? You can get in and grab a piece of this pie right here, right? You can come over here and get your portion of this, right? Quora is still probably, we can call it a fairly new website, right? Because it's not as old as Facebook, Google, and all those OGs, right? So we can still say it's fairly new. A lot of people go to Quora, but not a lot of people are in there to gain traffic, right? Now, you can see all this information about, just to show you that Quora actually retains their traffic, right? You can see that people visit at least 2 pages on Quora, right? Now, one good thing about Quora is that people are coming to you for help, right? You're not going to look for people. People are asking for the questions, and all you have to do is deliver them with the answer, right? Now, what do we need to do in order to get them to see our answers, right? I'm going to get into all that, right? But if I come over here, you can see that the top users of Quora is from the United States, India, United Kingdom, Canada, Australia, right? So all these countries are mostly where you're going to be getting your traffic from, right? United States is very great. United Kingdom is great. Also, Canada is great. Australia is great. India is great because of their massive population also, right? So how do you get traffic on Quora. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a brand new Quora account on this video right here. And I'm going to show you exactly the process that you'll have to take in order to get the kind of traffic you want to get from Quora, right? If you want to take the share of this pie, the share of these 800 million people, and drive them into your content locker, into your CPA content locker in order for you to actually gain traffic, right? I'm going to take you through the entire step, right? So I'm going to open up a brand new page. What I'm going to do is I'm going to search for temporal email, right? So I'm going to type in temp mail, right? Once I type in temp mail, what it's going to do is going to bring up this website for me, right? So this website is going to give me disposable temporary emails, right? So why do we need temporary emails? We're going to get into all this in a second, right? I've spoken about this on my channel, right? But it's a little bit of information that I needed to add into what I spoke about using this strategy right here, right? So let's say I'm going to use this temp email right here to create my Quora account. I'm just going to click on that, right? It's going to bring me up to this page right here. And then it's going to actually give me an email address that I can use to create a Quora account, right? Currently, Quora is allowing anyone use this kind of emails to create an account on Quora, right? Trust me, I've done this in the past. I've done this currently. I'm still doing this till today, right? Because this works, and I don't think anyone out there is currently doing this, and that is why I'm sharing this information right now. All you have to do is take this and run with it, right? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to come over here where it says copy to clipboard. I'm going to copy my email, right? That's my temporary email. I'm going to come over to Quora. I'm going to paste that email right here, come over here, and then it says no account found for this email, retry or sign up for Quora, right? So I'm going to click on where it says sign up. Now, what is my name, or what I like to be called? Let's say I want to be called Josh Allen, right? I'm going to use that name and then click on next, right? It says, please enter the code we sent to your email, right? So I want to come over to my temporal email. I'm going to scroll down here. It says your inbox is empty. So currently every couple seconds, your temporal email actually refreshes the inbox to show you new emails, right? So I'm going to open up the email from Quora just by clicking on that. And then let's scroll down, see the subject, see what the email is about. It says, this is my email right here, 827429, right? So I'm going to come over to Quora and I'm going to put my 827429, right? And then click on next, right? And then it says I should create a password. I'm going to go ahead and create a password. So this is going to be my password, right? Then I'm going to come over here, click I am not a robot. It says select an image with cars. Then I'm going to just select the images with the cars in them and then just click on verify and click on finish, right? Once I click on finish, it should go ahead and create a brand new Quora account for me, right? So what it's going to do now is now going to tell me to choose my niches, right? So basically you can go ahead and just choose anything off here, right? So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. Click on done. And then it says creating your personalized feed. We're going to wait for that to load up, right? So boom, guys, you have a brand new Quora account using a disposable email that you don't even need anymore, right? Now, why do I use spreadsheets to save my accounts, right? Because I do not want to forget my account. Reason why I do not want to forget my account, I'm going to tell you guys later on in this video, right? But for now, just remember that you have to save the email address that you use to create this Quora account, right? Let's say you want to use this Quora account to run CPA marketing offers for this course in particular, right? Let me open up the course. Go over here to courses. Let's say you want to use it to run traffic to this course and only this course in particular, right? You want to go ahead and create a spreadsheet and save all the other accounts that we're going to be creating later on, right? All the other accounts that you are going to be creating later on, you want to save them in a spreadsheet, right? So it doesn't have to be a spreadsheet. It can be a notepad, but anywhere that you will not misplace this, right? Also remember that you created a password. right? Usually what I do is I use one password for all my accounts on Quora, right? So I don't need to even save a password. All I have to do is save the email address, right? So you copy the email address, you go ahead and save that in a notepad or somewhere secure where you do not forget it, right? Now, once you've saved this, you're good to go. You're good to close this tab. You don't need this tab anymore. All you have to do is come over to this search bar right here and type in subscribers and then just type in YouTube, right? Click on enter, right? And what it's going to do is going to bring up all the questions that have the keyword subscribe YouTube in them, right? Like here where it says, what are the top 10 YouTube channel by subscribers? Good, right? Where it says, what are the most subscribed YouTube channels? We can scroll down. We don't want to answer questions like that. Who will earn more if given the same number of subscribers, YouTubers and TikTok creators? I'll go ahead and answer a question like this and recommend our course on YouTube, right? So I can also be more specific and just say how to get more subscribers on YouTube, right? Then just click on enter, right? And then let's see all the questions, right? So you can see this one right here. It says, how can we get more YouTube subscribers? You can see it has over 2,000 answers, right? So 2,000 people have answered this question, right? And the last person that followed this question was on Saturday, right? So you can see that 2,700 people currently follow this question, right? So I'm going to open up this question in a new tab, right? And then come over to the second one here. It says, how do I gain more subscribers and views on YouTube, right? 693 people have answered this question and over 848 people currently follow this question, right? So I'm going to open this up in a new tab also, right? It says, how can I get more views on YouTube videos, right? 800 people answer the question and 1,000 people are following this question, right? I'm going to open this up in a new tab, right? Now, the good thing and the bad thing about this is that these questions right here have tons of people following these questions, right? And why this is a good thing is because when you answer this question, right, these people that are following this question are going to get notified that you answered their question, right? So once you answer their question, they're going to see it in their email, right? And since they're interested about the topic, they're going to come over here and read it, right? That's number one. Now, number two is if you open up any of these questions that I just opened up in a brand new tab right here, right? You're going to notice that there are tons of answers on these questions right here, right? Like the first one that we saw has 2,000 people that have already answered the question. Now, how do you make your answer appear at the top of every question, right? Because that is where the views are, right? This person right here has the answer that is appearing at the top, right? If I scroll down here, you can see that this person has 8,000 views from this answer and only has 67 upvotes, right? Now, how do you make sure you beat this person and make sure your question appears on top of this question right here and make your question more prominent to anybody reading this answer right here, right? All you have to do is create another account, right? Exactly how I showed you creating an account with a temporal email, create an account and upvote your own answer yourself, right? So let's say I was the person that wrote this answer right here. All I have to do is go ahead and just upvote my answer. Come over here, click on upvote, and then boom, go ahead and create another account, upvote the answer again. But you remember to save your account, right? Because if you want to do this with another question like this one right here, you're going to have to go through a lot of logging in, logging out, logging in, logging out, right? And if you created your account with one password, like I said, all you have to do is just copy and paste the emails, right? Trust me, it's a lot of work, but the outcome is actually proven, right? Because this is what I do, right? So now, one thing you should note is outranking this person in upvotes will definitely make your question appear as number one. But another thing that might also make your question appear as number one is actually getting more upvotes in a shorter amount of time, right? So the way you can do this is by writing a very good answer, right? So this person has a very short answer, right? If I highlight this answer might not be up to 100 characters, right? Now you want to write a very good answer, right? I could go ahead and do this with ChatGPT right here, but I have other things that I want to show you, and I don't want to make this video extremely long like the last one, right? So you want to write an answer that is very good, right? And then you want to include your call to action. That is the link to your landing page, which is going to include where you're going to be collecting these people's emails, right? And then it's going to redirect them to your locker, and then it's going to redirect them to the free course, right? But basically what you're going to be saying right here is I also have a free course on how you can get from 0 to 1 million subscribers, right? You can click here to join. Everything is completely free, no clickbait, right? So once they click there, they see that is actually a free course, right? You did not clickbait them, right? They're going to complete your locker, right? Once you complete your locker, you're going to get access to the course, and then you're going to get your locker, you're going to get traffic on Quora, and everybody is happy, right? So that is one way to do that, right? That's one way to find questions and answer questions and make sure your answers appear on top of or rank number 1 on all these questions, right? Now, another way that you can also do this, right, is by coming over here where it says account, come over here where it says create ad. You want to click on that. All right, once you click on that, guys, it's going to ask you for your account name, right? What I'm going to do is I'm just going to put in Big Alpha Money test, right? Because this is a test. Contact email. You can come over here, put in the contact email that you want them to contact you. But for the sake of this video, we're going to be using bigalphamoney@gmail.com, right? And then just click on next. Business name. I'm also going to put in that Big Alpha Money again. Business website, right? We can go ahead and maybe just use my YouTube.com, right? If you don't have, you can use your own social media, right? It doesn't matter. And if you don't have social media, just copy anyone's social media and put that right there. Industry right here, it doesn't really matter. You can pick anything, right? Billing region. I'm just going to pick Nigeria. Billing currency, we're going to leave that blank. Just click on start advertising, right? Basically, we're not going to create an ad, right? But the reason why we're coming here is because this is where Quora has all the information for us, right? We want to know what questions are doing the best on Quora so we can answer those questions and get traffic, right? The only way we can get this information is from Quora ads itself, right? Because Quora has the information about its own website, right? So we're going to come over here where it says create a campaign, right? Once you do that, come over here, you can name your campaign. I'm going to leave that as it is, right? Come over to where it says objectives, awareness. We want awareness, right? So we click on awareness. That is going to focus more on brand exposure, right? Come over to maximum daily budget. I can just maybe bump this up to maybe 200, right? Once we do that, guys, come over to schedule. Start begin advertisement immediately. I'm going to click on continue, right? Add set name. We're going to leave that as it is. Doesn't really matter. Included locations, right? So if you want to narrow this down to and focus on your locations, right? Let's say I just want to focus only on the United States, and then maybe add the United Kingdoms. Then maybe add Australia. Then maybe add Canada. Right? We can do that, right? And it's just going to bring up information only about these countries right here, right? So we want to leave it on all genders. Come over here, make sure you choose only contextual right here. Come over here where it says questions, and then you want to type in something like how to get more YouTube subscribers, right? So let's pick that, and then let's click on where it says bulk ad. And then what I want to do is I'm going to come over to where it says search for question using keywords. What I want to do is I'm going to type in something like YouTube subscribers. It's on comma. And then let's put in YouTube, and then let's put something like grow YouTube or something like grow YouTube channel, right? And then just click on continue, right? And what it's going to do is it's going to bring up questions that people search on Quora that has the most views, right? Now, see this right here, right? So it says question to target. You're going to see that how much can you make on YouTube has 1,000 to 2,000 people viewing this question every week, right? So 1,000 to 2,000 people are viewing this question every week. All you have to do is go ahead, answer this question, do exactly what I told you to do, upvote this question yourself, make sure you're ranking number 1, and every 1,000 to 2,000 people that are actually looking at this question right here are going to see your answer first, right? Now, I can guarantee you that you're going to see your answer first, right? But the rest is now up to you, right? So you have to create a very good answer, right? If your answer is very good, very engaging, you can, and I'm telling you, you can actually add your call to action, and it's actually going to push these people to click on that link, complete your locker to get into your course, right? Because if you answer this question the right way, right? You answer this question, tell them how much YouTubers make, tell them how much YouTubers with 500 subscribers are going to make, tell them YouTubers with 1,000 subscribers are going to make, tell them how much a YouTuber with 100,000 subscribers is expected to make, a YouTuber with 1 million subscribers is expected to make, right? Once you reach that 1 million mark, you now add something like a call to action telling them you have a free course that is going to be a free guide teaching them how to go from 0 to 1 million subscribers step by step, just like how you explained it in the question, right? All they have to do is click the link and they're going to get access to that course for completely free, no clickbait, right? 1,000 to 2,000 people are going to see that answer, right? And I bet you more than 500 of them are going to click on that link, right? If your question is good enough, they're going to click on that link and then they're going to convert, right? Because if you come over here now, the second question right here, it says, how do I increase views on YouTube, right? You can go ahead and answer this question, right? And then there's always a way to include your call to action, right? Because this is on the same topic of your course, right? These people are looking for ways to improve their channel, right? What is the best YouTube channel for SSC preparation? How do I start a channel on YouTube? You can go ahead and answer this question, right? 400 to 600 people are viewing this question every month, every week, in a week alone, right? All this is going to change in 1 week time. You're going to see new questions are going to come up, right? That is why you need these Quora ads to show you what questions are doing the best on Quora. All you have to do is answer these questions, add your call to action, you link your landing page where you're going to collect their emails, right? Once you collect their emails, it's over, right? Because you can market them later on in future, right? And that's exactly how you can use this strategy to replicate the entire CPA marketing strategy that I used to make that money right there, right? So I'm going to end this video right here. I'm going to see you guys next time. Make sure you go out there, implement this strategy, and always know that it takes time for something good to happen, right? It takes time for good things to come, right? You need to take time and actually do it well, do it good, put in effort, and after some time, you're going to actually see the fruits of what you're doing, right? So I'm going to see you guys next time. Make sure you go out, play hard, work hard, stay safe.